Did you know that one of the longest-running animated sitcoms, The Simpsons, has a knack for predicting the future? Intriguing, isn't it? Yes, folks, you heard it right. This iconic yellow-skinned family from Springfield has been known to pull off some eerily accurate prophecies, and we're not just talking about once or twice. The Simpsons, a cultural phenomenon in its own right, has been gracing our television screens for over 3 decades. But what's truly remarkable is how this seemingly innocuous cartoon has developed a reputation for seeing into the future. From technological advancements to political events and even pop culture milestones, the show has, on numerous occasions, depicted scenarios that later materialized in the real world. While some may dismiss these as mere coincidences, others believe there's more to it. So, are the creators of The Simpsons really time travelers? Or is it all just a series of fortunate guesses? Now let's dive into some of the most notable predictions that came true. From technological advancements to political events, The Simpsons has had its finger on the pulse of the future. Here are some instances. First up, we have the prediction of smartwatches. Way back in 1995, in an episode titled Lisa's Wedding, Lisa's future husband communicates through a watch, much like our modern-day smartwatches. Fast forward to 2014, and tech giant Apple releases its first smartwatch, bringing this prediction to life. Next, we turn to politics. In a 2000 episode, Bart to the Future, the show predicted a Donald Trump presidency. Fast forward to 2016, and Trump was indeed elected as the 45th president of the United States, making this prediction a reality. And who could forget the time The Simpsons foresaw the Disney-Fox merger? In the 1998 episode, When You Dish Upon a Star, the show depicted a sign reading 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney Company. Fast forward to 2017, and Disney announced its acquisition of 21st Century Fox, a prediction 20 years in the making. Then there's the time when The Simpsons predicted the FIFA corruption scandal. In the 2014 episode, You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee, an executive of the World Football Federation is arrested for corruption. A year later, in 2015, several FIFA officials were indeed arrested on corruption charges. And let's not forget the time the show forecasted the invention of autocorrect. In the 1994 episode Lisa on Ice, school bully Kearney asks fellow bully Dolph to take a memo on his Newton, an Apple product, to beat up Martin. The device misinterprets it as eat up Martha, a clear nod to the autocorrect mishaps we all know and love today. As you can see, the foresight of The Simpsons is uncanny, isn't it? But hold on to your donuts, folks, because we've got plenty more where that came from. Stay tuned as we explore the impact of these predictions on popular culture, fan reactions, and even some expert opinions. These predictions have not only amazed viewers, but also stirred up quite the conversation in popular culture. The accuracy of these foretellings, whether they're about technological advancements, political events, or major pop culture moments, has left an indelible mark on popular culture. They've sparked widespread discussion, rattling the cages of our collective imagination and prompting us to question the boundaries between fiction and reality. The media, too, has been swept up in the whirlwind of these predictions. Headlines were made and news segments aired as each prediction unfolded in real life. The discussions were not just limited to the accuracy of these predictions, but also their implications. Could a simple animated sitcom really possess such prophetic prowess? These predictions have become more than just trivia for die-hard fans. They've permeated mainstream conversations, becoming cultural touchstones that continue to baffle and amuse us. These predictions have left everyone, from fans to critics, scratching their heads in disbelief. But what do experts and fans have to say about this phenomenon? Let's dive in and find out. We spoke to pop culture expert Dr. Jane Summers, who opined, "The Simpsons is more than just a show. It's a mirror to society. The writers are simply sharp observers of the world around them. They imagine where current trends might lead, and sometimes they hit the nail on the head." Next, we heard from longtime Simpsons fan Mike Johnson, who said, "It's almost like they've got a crystal ball. It's uncanny how often they get it right. But I think it's more about their genius for satire, not actual predictions." Even skeptics like commentator Paul Adams had something to say. "Sure, they've had some hits, but remember, they've made thousands of jokes and gags over the decades. Statistically, some were bound to come true." As you can see, opinions vary, but the intrigue remains. However, not all predictions are what they seem. It's important to address a few myths and misconceptions that have surfaced over the years. Let's start by remembering that The Simpsons has been on air for over 3 decades, with more than 600 episodes under its belt. With such a vast amount of content, it's only natural that some events depicted in the show would eventually mirror real-world happenings. Moreover, some of these predictions are broad or common enough that they were bound to happen at some point. For instance, the show's prediction of a future president could be seen as a logical guess rather than a prophetic vision. And let's not forget that The Simpsons is a satirical show, often exaggerating or poking fun at potential future scenarios. So while some predictions are spot on, others might just be happy or unhappy coincidences. In the end, whether coincidental or prophetic, these predictions have certainly added another layer of intrigue to The Simpsons. From technological breakthroughs to political happenings, the show has a knack for being ahead of the curve. Who could forget the time when they predicted the emergence of smartwatches or the presidency of a certain controversial figure? And let's not overlook their uncanny ability to foresee pop culture trends, like the rise of a certain reality TV family or the downfall of a beloved child star. But here's a thought. How many of these predictions were mere coincidences, and how many were the result of keen observation and astute satire? We'd love to hear what you think. Perhaps you've noticed some predictions we missed, or maybe you have some thoughts on what The Simpsons might predict next. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on the video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more intriguing content.